Hey, what's up? So I've actually been really busy lately finishing my undergrad, and one of the things that has not been on my plate at all doing final assignments and studying for exams has been Fortnite. I haven't been able to play much Fortnite, and this has actually led me to a lot of the time while I'm studying just procrastinating and watching old Fortnite videos. Been even watching some of my own videos and just getting super nostalgic about Season 1, pre-Season 1 Fortnite. And I was like, okay, I gotta make a video on this. So basically what I wanted to do today is look at 10 of the most nostalgic and iconic things from early seasons of Fortnite. Nostalgia, good memories, let's do this. Oh, and also we've got a new survey going on, so if you guys can go fill out that, it's in the link down in the description. Anyways, let's get into this. Okay, so coming in at number 10, the first thing that's gotta be on this list is the first thing that any of us saw when we first ever started up Fortnite. That is the OG Fortnite lobby. Now the old Fortnite lobby is actually pretty bad looking, like it's nothing special by any means, but to me, it just brings out so much nostalgia. You've got the original Fortnite default skins, which were all kinds of different skins that would actually go on to be buyable skins. You've got, of course, the music. I mean, it's just everything that brings out my nostalgia. It's one of those things that it's so basic and it's so simple, but it's one of my favorite things of the original version of Fortnite. Now, speaking of sounds and noises, this is another big thing that brings a lot of nostalgia for me. And there's nothing more nostalgic than the original sound of the gold scar. Now, there's been tons of changes for sound to Fortnite, but in my opinion, the scar noise was never better than its original version. Now, while this didn't get changed during Season 1 of Fortnite, I think it was more like 3 or 4, to me, it's still a very iconic sound of early season Fortnite. And then, let's not forget, getting that spicy dub. I don't know, these are two things that I don't know why they took it away. Like, to me, they're both just so iconic and special to the old version of the game, and they're two noises that I really miss. All right, now moving on to number 8. This was something that we all experienced at one point. This is just when everybody in the game was a noob.
Oh, damn.
We're gonna play another one.
Okay. All right.
Wait, if Pat's gonna play stupid. Never mind.
I'll be dead soon.
All right.
No one knew how to build, no one knew how to play, and every person that you ran into was just bad, and it was great.
Remember when I was like, oh yeah, I'll just like get killed and we'll be good to go to the next game.
It's turned into a full-on like
91 kills later, you're still in it.
He's actually at 7 right now, which is insane.
Everybody in the game was a noob. Now, another thing that was super iconic to early season Fortnite was team killing. It's so funny to think that at a time, this was normal. This was just part of the game. You know, you had to watch out for your teammate getting in front of you because you didn't want to kill them. But what was such a bigger problem with team killing is, let's say you get a scar early game. If you were in a game of randoms, you would just have people just kill you because they wanted your gun. It was very frustrating, but it also did lead to a lot of funny moments. All right, now moving on to our number 6 spot. This isn't a major feature of Fortnite, but it's something that, again, just brings back that great feeling of Fortnite nostalgia. It's the third default dance. I don't know why they took out the third default dance. There was just like, there are the two that we all know, this third one, and for some reason, at some time, they're like, you know what? Let's actually only have 2. It doesn't make any sense to me, and I often wonder, maybe they're gonna bring this back as like a legendary dance or something funny like that, but at the end of the day, it's just a weird removal that I kind of miss. Okay, moving on to number 5. I didn't want to make this video too location-based, but there is one location that just forever brings back nostalgia. I guess I should even just say one entire area, and that is Dusty Depot and everything that surrounds it. I mean, it was the first location ever removed from Fortnite, so it's obviously got a lot of nostalgia for people. But just watching these clips, I'm like, man, I miss this so much. I mean, you've got the depot itself, obviously not the best, but still nostalgic. And then you've got that old loot truck that I completely forgot about, that you'd always like struggle to get up to. And then you've got the forest next to the factory. You've got the factory itself. Like, this entire area is just, it's so iconic. I miss it. I really wish this area would come back. It was so much fun. And while I really didn't drop Dusty itself a lot, just that entire area from factory and everything was like, man, just great times. Got great memories of that place. All right, so moving on to our number 4 spot. This really wouldn't be a nostalgia Fortnite video if we didn't talk about the pump shotgun. I don't think there's a gun in Fortnite that is still in the game, yet has seen so many changes to its original version. First and foremost, we gotta talk about the double pump. I think the double pump is really the pinnacle of like old school, broken yet fun Fortnite. I really forgot just how dominant the double pump actually was. It was just absolutely insane damage per second. You could murk a squad in seconds using this technique, which really was just insane. And something that I even wonder is, you know, what would have happened if they had never taken this out? Like to today, imagine the double pump was in the game like it was then. How insane the skill gap would be. I mean, it's already insane, but it would just be even that much more worse. But the other thing that we gotta talk about that I think is often missed is the sniper pump.
Look at this. I'm hitting him from that distance. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my god.
I think a lot of the time when people talk about the original pump, they often forget that for a very small period of time, the pump was also just like, it was broken. It seemed like this thing just had infinite range, and you could land beefy shots at long distances.
No way! No! I hit him for 48!
Distances where the heavy assault rifle would be starting to drop off would be landing like 50s, as you've seen in the gameplay. It was stupid. It was ridiculous. I don't know what Epic Games was thinking. Maybe it was a bug, but it was amazing, and it was another very iconic thing from Fortnite. Okay, now moving on to number 3. This is something that always amazes me. One of the most important things about Fortnite, often overlooked, is the storm. I mean, it really serves as the purpose to the entire structure of the game. But what always surprises me when I go back to these old Fortnite clips is the animation of the original storm. The original storm was so clunky looking and weird with its hexagons, and inside of it, it wasn't like scary looking. The original storm was really weird, and it's one of those things that just always like visually stands out to me as such a stark thing from original Fortnite. The other thing I think in line with that's not really on this list, but I just want to mention now is like nighttime. The colors have changed so much from the original game, and I feel like night used to really be night. And now it's like you hardly even notice what time of the day it is. I really actually miss that. I liked how nighttime actually felt different from the day. But yeah. Okay, now moving on to number 2. This is one of those things like I completely forgot about. Clear edits. This is actually, looking back, one of the most broken things of early Fortnite. Edits used to be clear. I can't get my head around that.
He doesn't like this wall, remodeling going down. And that's actually a pretty common thing. He's using the structure and the ability to see through, because he's not going to open the door. See, he's making himself a vision window,
and
almost.
That is still a wall there for everyone else. He's not, you know, exposing himself. Because he hasn't done the edit, it's not refreshing the building like you normally see when someone edits and the wall gets weak again.
Basically, you could just edit and see what's on the other side of your wall, wait for someone to come, and then just be like, boop, and you're golden. It was ridiculous. And this is something I don't imagine a lot of people think about, but as soon as you see this and you look back to like early streamers that were starting to really get a hang of this, you're like, oh my god, this was such a huge part of being good at that time. The clear edits were OP, man. OP. And obviously, like, they didn't get removed for a bit, but it's just still something I was like, I don't know, it's a weird one, but again, it really, like, just takes me back. Anyways, though, there's a lot of things you can get nostalgic about for Fortnite. I wanted to include the thing for me, which was most nostalgic. I think that has to be getting your first win in Fortnite.
Snipe, JC, snipe the wall down.
Hey!
GG, boys.
That was like
GG.
so stressful.
That was great. That was awesome. Cool.
It might not have been my win, okay? JC and Lex may have got it for me, but at the end of the day, that was my first win ever in Fortnite, and it really takes me back. I think we can all reminisce on that with a good feeling in our hearts. Anyways, guys, real quick before I end this video, if you are new to the channel and you enjoyed this video, if you could please subscribe, that'd be great as well. Help me out on this next survey. We're doing, finally, there's 15 spots to the block now, so I'm finally going to be ranking every single block location. I'm really excited for that video. I think you guys are you're going to enjoy it because you've been asking for like months now. So that is coming soon. I think that's it. So thank you for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
I can't have you